we're now walking to Toy Story Land to go through that entrance into Galaxy's Edge. But I just remembered, when we were coming in the park, there was a new policy, I guess, that was not here the last time we came to Galaxy's Edge, where I brought my droid back in his backpack. Can't see it, but he's there. And they now have like extra security for droids. So as soon as I opened up the backpack and he saw that I had a BB unit, he like had to call the supervisor or somebody else had to come over, coordinator had to come, and they had to take it out of my bag and they had to open it up, I guess, to make sure there was nothing hiding inside my droid. So just be aware if you're bringing your droid back to the park, like if you paid for a personality chip like I did and you want to interact, you're gonna have them inspect your droid, which is kind of annoying, but like I get why they're doing it. I did bring my droid to Magic Kingdom once and they were so confused. They had no idea what it was.
Thought it was like a bomb.
So he was very confused by it. So at least maybe this means like they're more trained about what the droids are now, but it does take a little extra minute for them to call somebody over to open it up and inspect it. I don't know if that's the same for the R units, because they don't really have like, they don't open like the BB unit does, because the BB unit's hollow. So they just had me open it up to make sure there was nothing hiding inside of him, I guess. So that was different, but we got in, so it's all good. So back there, I don't know if you quickly saw it as we were walking by, behind that gate is where they're building the Toy Story restaurant. So the new barbecue sit down. Looks like they're starting to work on it because we saw a crane, so that's exciting. And it's still as crowded as ever in Toy Story Land. I definitely think this is not the way to come into Galaxy's Edge, but we're kind of curious to see what it looks like, because it brings you in right by the Droid Depot, so I feel like the entrance over by Muppets is better to begin with. But we're gonna check it out and see what it looks like anyway. If you're in more of a rush to get to the cantina or something, it might be more convenient to come in this way because it brings you right into the outpost instead of the Resistance Forest, but I thought the other entrance was pretty cool theming wise and has a really nice transition from Grand Avenue. But we're gonna check out what this one looks like now. But this is a pretty cool transition too. It's definitely more abrupt. Yeah. I mean, those are some Star Wars lamps like right there, and we got Buzz right here. But I think it's pretty cool. I like how they're different. Like this one's much more open instead of having to go through the tunnel. But the tunnel is like pretty cool transition too, so. I
don't know why people are like...
Yeah, a lot of people have been like complaining a lot, thinking that this is not a good transition and that it's too abrupt between the two. I think it works because you got to go around the bend.
No, yeah, no, it's not like...
And it's just like a bunch of rocks here and...
It's right there, like...
Right. Because the original concept art showed a tunnel on this side as well, and a lot of people are mad that the tunnel never came to be. But I don't think we need the tunnel here. Like, Hollywood Studios has the land to have a nice walking path like this. Disneyland's much more compact and they kind of need those tunnels to separate the land. But this works, and now we're right in the outpost. Oh, and there's 4 stormtroopers. I've never seen more than 2 at a time. And there's a general in front of them, which is awesome. I've never seen other First Order characters. And I'm wondering if we'll see Kylo today because he wasn't out at all during the previews.
Oh yeah.
So maybe we'll see Kylo Ren.
I hope so.
The other thing that I'm excited about is I just finished reading the Black Spire Outpost novel that they released, and it explains the whole like backstory of how the First Order and the Resistance came to Batuu, and it kind of talked about a lot of different aspects of the land that I wouldn't have noticed before, so I'm kind of excited to walk around and see those in person now after reading about them.
Yeah, you'll have to inform me about everything.
It was all about the backstory of Vi Marati, or Vi, I don't know how her name is pronounced. But if you've been to Galaxy's Edge, there's this rebel spy running around the land every day, and she wears like a bright orange jacket. And every day there's like a whole like story being told where she's trying to escape from the First Order. So she'll be hiding in the market and everything, and the stormtroopers are going around searching for her. And each day she'll either escape and like continue hiding, or they'll sometimes arrest her, which is pretty entertaining. When I was here for the annual pass preview, she got arrested right in front of me. The stormtroopers grabbed her and pulled her off and took her away. So she's a pretty cool character that they created for the land, and she's supposed to have a pretty big role in the Rise of the Resistance ride as well. So maybe we'll see her today. So we'll keep an eye out for any hiding spies. But I'm ready to be back in Galaxy's Edge.
I'm happy.
Yes.
I missed it. It's so beautiful.
It's so cool. Definitely more crowded than it's been. But the first thing I did want to show, because we didn't talk about this at all the last time we were here, is this crash site. I don't think we noticed this really when we were here the first time. So this crash site is only here in Florida's Galaxy's Edge. Disneyland doesn't have this. But this ship is where DJ Rex crash landed onto Batuu. So after he was no longer a pilot for Star Tours, he crashed right here, which is conveniently right across from the Droid Depot right there. So Mubo, who owns the Droid Depot, saw the crash landing, came over, grabbed DJ Rex from the wreckage and repaired him, and then I guess gave him or sold him off to Oga, and now he's the DJ of the Cantina. So definitely some pretty cool theming, like as soon as you're coming in from Toy Story Land.
Yeah.
But now we're just gonna go, I guess, wander the land. I think go check out the outfitters.
Yeah.
So maybe we'll start heading towards the market. We heard a stormtrooper and we didn't know where he was, but he's like up there, just like yelling at people. There's another one back there on the balcony. They were not like all over the place like this last time we were here, so this is already way more exciting. That's so cool looking.
The previews were nice when it was empty, but
it was emptier, which is nice, but they told you up front like not everything was going to be happening yet. So there's already way more going on right now with them like patrolling up there. Really and this is right by the Coke stand, which is also new.
Really cool.
We haven't seen this either. So it's like a fully themed Coke stand with a little droid right there that's like the colors of Coke. So that's awesome. But this is all different from when we were last year. And I'm just loving the Stormtrooper hanging up here. Because we didn't do much of a walkthrough last time, I'm gonna try to do a lot more of that this time. So right there, that doorway is the entrance into the Droid Depot where we built Boppy last time. So now if we come to the left, right back here is Savi's Workshop, where you build a lightsaber, and we'll be heading in there later. So that's what that like kind of secret door is, because lightsabers are illegal in the Black Spire Outpost, so it's kind of low-key. They'll just tell you that they're selling you some scrap. But one of the first things that I didn't notice the last time we were in this land that I heard or read about in the book is this tree right here.
Oh yeah.
So this is the wishing tree. So in the book it talked about how all the different locals here in Black Spire Outpost tie a ribbon to the tree. When they tie that ribbon, they're wishing for something to happen. So you see like all the ribbons hanging on it. And then they believe that when the fabric or the ribbon blows away, their wish has been granted. So they have all the different wishes here tied onto the tree. And I'm pretty sure they do like add some, and like some will disappear over time, so the tree kind of changes a little bit. Because I've seen some pictures with like more ribbons on it, so I don't know if it changes, but that's pretty cool. And then also, right here to the left, so we're right across from Ronto Roasters, and we're gonna head into the market. But this is the Black Spire. So all the spires are kind of like a grayish blue color, but this one is the spire that the market is named after. So that, they did talk a little bit about the Black Spire and kind of the significance of the spires to the locals. And they are believed to have been trees, like ancient trees that turned into these spires. But the Black Spire is pretty significant, and it became the name behind this entire outpost here. But I would definitely say like it's crowded, yeah, but it's not bad.
No.
Just like with the way they built the land, it's very spread out and not like overwhelming. Oh yeah, like it's just big, nice open walkways, which I like.
Yeah.
But now we're gonna go walk through the marketplace again and see how more crowded that is. So the first thing when you come in the market from the Millennium Falcon side is Ronto Roasters here. So they got a big pod racer engine cooking the meat. This is all the Ronto meat right here. And they sell the Ronto Wraps. So we'll be back here later to get that for dinner. But it's really good. It's a sausage wrap on pita. And they do have a morning wrap as well, which has scrambled eggs and cheese on it with the sausage. But we'll be back a little bit later to get dinner. It is a bit more crowded than it was last time. But then when you're coming from Ronto Roasters, the first thing on the right is going to be Katsu Kettle, I believe it's called, which is where they sell the Galaxy popcorn. So it's like a sweet and salty, I believe, like popcorn mix. So there's purple and red popcorn that are different flavors. So we'll Have to try that at some point. We have not had the popcorn yet. Then if we come across from the popcorn stand, this is where they sell some of those t-shirts. So we saw this shirt over at the other store, Off-World. But I don't know if they have this hat. Did you see this hat here? Like that matches it?
I don't know, maybe.
They might have, I don't know. So this is where they sell the themed misting fan.
Oh, that's a cool frame.
Oh yeah, I don't think this was here before.
No.
It's like picture frame.
Awesome.
That's really nice. And over here they got a lot of patches, luggage tags, lanyards, pins, all that kind of stuff. Looks like some ornaments down here. And then they have that blanket and the water bottle that we saw.
Is this a different jacket that we saw?
I think this one is good because it says Batuu going down it.
Yeah.
This one's a little bit different. That one's really cool.
Yeah.
I just like this Black Spire logo they use on everything. And they have this shirt as well, which I don't remember if that shirt was in the other store. It might have been.
I think it was. I have that.
And it matches the bag. Yes, you do. Yeah, you got the shirt last time. So nice Black Spire Outpost shirt. It says Batuu on the sleeve. And the water bottle says Batuu on it as well. Alright, so walking out of, I think the store is called Jewels of Biff, but I could be wrong. So right across is going to be the Outfitter store right there with the Jedi robe outside. So we're going to head in there in a minute. But first we'll come to the next stall down, which is going to be the creature stall. So these are all the creatures that we saw over in Keystone Clothiers. So we got the porgs, puffer pigs, wampas, loth cats, all the different creatures. And, oh,
I love that.
it sounds like a pig. So the porg is the only creature I have, but his mouth opens, his wings flap, he makes noise. But all the different creatures pretty much do something that's kind of interactive. So I know the loth cat makes noise as well, and it like its eyebrows move and looks all angry and its mouth opens. So that one kind of interacts.
It's heavy.
The wampa growls a lot. They got all different types of creatures here. They got Tauntaun down there. Oh, it's growling. I see its teeth. It looks mad. I think if you pet it, its mouth opens on the head. Maybe not. Oh, it's moving. You can like tell I'm touching it. That's cool. It looks kind of mad though. Got this dude in here. And then over here in the middle is a sleeping loth cat. This one's pretty cool. He's got a little porg stuffed animal all ripped up, which is upsetting because I love porgs. Now if we go directly across from the creature stall is Toydarian Toy Maker. This is where they have all these different like sock puppet type stuffed animals.
They're so cute.
I have the porg, of course. Everything porg I must own.
True.
But I like a lot of them. Like they're pretty cool. And they got some like hand-carved toys back there, all different like wooden toys. We'll try to come back later when it's less crowded, but all different like handmade looking stuff in here.
I like that.
Yeah, a little projection of the Toydarian up there making some toys. That's pretty cool. So we actually just went through the whole Outfitters and bought our outfits, but it was a whole process. So this is the outfit I got. I did not get the robe. So they sell the robes here, but you actually are not supposed to wear them in the park. But I got the Jedi tunic, and then there's like a matching belt for it. And then Amanda got this like Rey type outfit, like a vest and then a belt for it as well. So they have all different parts of the costumes in here. But again, you can't wear the robes in the parks. And they sell Jedi robes, Sith robes. It was very hard to figure out how to put that on, but we eventually got it. I mean, everything's pretty cool looking. I feel like at some point I would like to get a Jedi robe, but
I want a robe.
I think during the Halloween party it would be way too hot to wear a robe anyway. So we're just gonna go with the Jedi look, and it'll be fun. Found another Coke droid. I am really liking the theming of it. Some people thought it was like cheesy, but I think it's hilarious. But yeah, we're still just talking about how absolutely like impossible it was to put those outfits on. It's crazy. but
So, like,
I think it'll look good when we put it all together.
I have to prepare like 3 hours in advance.
So one thing to know is if you do want to get costumes, they don't sell any pants or boots.
Yeah.
It's like all the mannequins have the pants and boots on, but they don't sell them here. So we actually got some pants from Uniqlo over at Disney Springs. They were pretty cheap, and we managed to both find pants that were like identical in color to what the mannequins have here.
Yeah.
So I think it'll work. Still have to figure out what shoes I want to wear, but it was a process. I mean, I don't know what yours was like, but for the Jedi tunic, like it unbuttons and it became like this whole like tangled piece of fabric, and I was so confused like where it buttons and all that kind of stuff. So it was a process.
I didn't have that struggle because like mine is just like a tank top and like a vest, but I could not figure out the belt for the life of me. I mean, it was a simple belt, but like
well,
it was
like
in this
two
huge,
parts.
Well, no, not only it was like I kind of understood how it worked after a while, but I was just getting annoyed because it was just in this huge basket and they're just all piled on top of each other. And
yeah.
like, on the tags there isn't a size, so you have to go and like look inside of the belt on the tag and like find which size it is. And like I think the kids are mixed with the adults, so like I tried on a medium and I thought it was adult, and I was like, that's too small, and it was just a mess.
That was the problem I had also. It seems like that store was not organized at all. I feel like it's probably just really hard for them to keep on top of it, but I was trying on the robes or the Jedi tunics and they were like way too small, and I was so confused because the guy told me in there like they're not always true to size, but it was like way too tight, and I was very confused. And then I realized that I was trying on a kid size even though it was on the adult shelf, so you might have to look around a little bit to find the right one because they were all like thrown together.
But when I was looking for the vest, they only had like extra larges and like extra smalls. And I asked, and they went and brought out some extra sizes. So they're
Buzz Lightyear just went flying.
But that was good that they like
they had all the sizes we needed. It just took a while to actually find them. So that was an experience, but I'm excited to wear it to the party. Like they are like kind of pricey, but I mean they seem like they're good quality. Like it's gonna be better than anything you're gonna find from like a Halloween store, of course. I mean, they are definitely authentic by buying them here in Galaxy's Edge, and I feel like it's something that I could always wear back to the land. Maybe not in like the dead of the summer, they are a little warm, but in the winter I feel like it'd be pretty comfortable. Like you see people wear Harry Potter robes at Universal. I totally wear like a Jedi cosplaying outfit type thing here. So I'll get my use out of it, but it was complicated. But we've now made it over to the Resistance Forest. So we're right here by the X-Wing. And the other thing that has changed since we were here for the cast preview is the merchandise they have over at the Resistance stands. So this is all the Resistance merchandise. We are over by the Rise of the Resistance again, which as far as we know is still expected to open December 5th. So that's back there. Oh, V Maradi's over there. Do you see V? Vi?
Oh, there she is.
I guess you can tell she's all relaxed because the First Order doesn't come over here at all. We got some pilot outfits.
I should have gotten that and been done with it.
That looks intense, but probably easy to put on.
This is like really thick.
Yeah, that would be like, I would die in that. That's too hot. That's a cool keychain. All different types of Resistance clothing in here. This is like, yeah, this is cool. I don't know how much it is. Not $10, $9.99, and I can't put it back on the shelf. I'm struggling. But they have all these different Resistance vehicles. They got the X-Wing, A-Wing, Millennium Falcon, and the transport ship at the bottom. Oh, they got Poe's helmet for only $655, 65. I can't read.
I think that's a 5.
But
that's cheap, I can get that.
That's cheap. Oh.
Totally kidding.
It is so cheap. And then we got some more Resistance clothing, t-shirt, and a bag.
Is that what's his name?
Pretty sure this is $90, if I remember correctly, for this satchel. But yeah, it's got like a Chewbacca kind of look to it. But yeah, $90 for it.
It's heavy.
Oh, that's a cool hat too. It's like a dark green color. That's a cool hat. $28 for that. It says Rise of the Resistance on it. And then like a little Resistance sweat jacket. And they got your misting fans here. So if you're looking for the misting fans, they sell them all over. And these are $20.65. That's kind of a weird price.
Yeah, because like normally when they sell them at like carts, like they don't want to like be doing with change and stuff. So plus tax, it like rounds up to like a even price.
That makes sense.
So that you're not like trying to find like loose coins. I think it'd probably be like $22 maybe.
Okay, that makes sense. And they got other stuff at the second stand. So they got a Rise of the Resistance shirt. They got a Resistance backpack. More jackets, a bunch of pins. I wonder if that backpack's also 90. And then this cool Resistance shirt. It's blowing around in the wind. That is $40 for the Resistance shirt.
45.
Oh, only 45 for the backpack. So if you don't want to spend $90 on the satchel, there is a cheaper option. Tons of pins. Yeah, they got all these like security tags on them, and they're like, they are intense. This tag is missing, which is concerning. Oh, there's Poe's X-Wing, which we now know is part of the queue for Rise of the Resistance, with a BB-8 animatronic in it, so I'm very excited to see BB-8. But yeah, based on when I was reading for the book was all about them building the Rebel base here, and they ended up building it inside these ancient ruins and caves. So if I had to guess, we're gonna go back there into the caves and ruins for the queue. Okay. So we will find out in December, but I'm seeing all kinds of like tarps and everything. Oh, and some noises, but it looks pretty cool back there. We do know that there are some full-size ships in the queue, so I'm very excited for that ride to open. There she is, the Marauder on a mission. We also just saw Chewbacca. He walked by, but I didn't have my camera out, so I missed him.
We were too busy taking slow peeks.
Yes, which is an experience, but it's definitely not too crowded. And it is kind of warm compared to Epcot yesterday, but it's still really nice out. So we got Boppy again today, which I have his backpack, but last time we couldn't get him interacting on camera.
He was camera shy.
He was. He was also just born like 2 minutes before.
Yeah, but Chewbacca just blessed him, so...
He did. He came over and just like bopped him on the head. So that was exciting. Again, didn't have my camera out. Chewbacca is also camera shy. I'm determined, but I'm gonna hold him for a couple minutes. I just turned him on, so we're gonna see if he'll react. Maybe we'll go back over by the Droid Depot.
Okay.
I know he likes to spin around over there. So we'll see.
Okay.
Oh, there's Rey. Envy.
Oh, squad goals.
Oh, they're flying up.
Oh wait, they're going their separate ways. I love her hair. What a queen. And then Rey is running away.
I did learn in the book that it's a wig. She wears wigs.
Don't expose her like
Heard
that.
it here first. She admitted to it. She talks about taking her wig off every night, so that color's not natural.
Wow. Is Boppy
He's still waking up. He's gonna sleep for a month.
Oh my god, goals. Oh my god, a dog.
Oh, yeah.
It's so cute. It's wearing a bracelet. Wow. Batuu dog.
Well, we're gonna go back over where we tried to get him last time, where we were talking by those two droids. Those two droids also moved too now.
Oh.
Because like all those interactive parts of the land were not turned on yet. I think they all like kind of tie into the Play app.
Oh right.
And those droids now like talk to each other and move around.
Okay.
They weren't doing it before.
The stormtroopers are gone.
Bobby, so maybe everyone will start moving today. I thought that was a child, but it's a teddy bear. Oh, it's a Duffy!
Duffy is here in Batuu. That's adorable.
He's got a little outfit.
Oh.
Also, we found a third Coke stand.
Oh yeah, there's
over by the forest.
They're everywhere.
So there's 3 of them, and they all got little Coke droids, which is awesome.
Okay.
So here they are. Well, there's a ton of people standing in front of it. But maybe he'll still move around.
Not really. Ooh, Boppy likes his friends.
Oh, I hear him. He's talking. Yeah, he's always excited when we're near these guys. The droids also interact with each other, I think. The Droid Depot droids, when you get the chip for them.
Oh.
I haven't tried that yet. But supposedly they're supposed to talk with each other, which is cool. But yeah, we finally got him on
That
camera.
was cute.
This is just what he does. We'll go in the first order area, we'll go in the forest, and he'll just spin around and talk. It's hard to hear outside, but he'll like sound scared.
Oh, that droid was just moving.
But like he'll sound scared in the first order area, he'll be excited in the forest, and that's because I put a resistance chip in him.
Okay. Yep.
Okay.
A lot of sounds going on.
Oh yeah, I don't know if we showed the store at all. We can head in here.
Okay.
Store part of the droid depot.
depot.
Oh, he's moving again.
Oh, he was remembering when he was born. There's just shirts.
I like the DJ Rex shirt.
DJ Rex. Love that. What else do we have? More shirts, which looks like it's like a cross back. That's cool. Love
It's like a wallet that your phone goes in and it lights up.
Oh.
BB-8 on it.
Well, I wasn't even focused on it. Okay. Oh my god.
I didn't even see him.
Oh my god, he's alive. Here. Hello. But here's the pins. There's a lot of them.
That's cool, BSO.
These are really cool.
Does this light up R2
Oh yeah. Yeah, you can't really tell it's lighting up.
Alright, I got
65. A
Oh.
little bit more than the other hats.
Yes. Is this a sign? Oh.
Oh, that's awesome. I like all like the metal signs they themselves. That's $50.
Okay. Love that.
Ooh, there's like a DJ Rex sweatshirt.
Oh, making our way to DJ Rex. It's a t-shirt. He lied.
It's a huge t-shirt.
But what is it? Reflective, it says.
Cool looking. I like whatever this is.
A lamp?
Droid lamp. It's got some other droids you can swap out.
There's a mug.
Oh my god, I like the thing.
A mug with all the droids.
Oh, they got the lamp sitting on the table there. Changes color.
Oh. That's the lamp. That's cool. Whoa. What is that? A 3D puzzle.
She comes in a few weeks.
3D puzzles, it turns into that.
I like the little like metal droid. Or the 3D metal.
Awesome.
Same stuff. And other part of the droids. I think we only showed the room where you build them last time.
Yeah.
There's some merch in there too. They sell like the personality chips. They sell these backpacks, but they're out of stock.
Oh.
They sell some other like t-shirts in there. The DJ Rex that you can buy. But plenty in here too.
And an R2-D2 that just is rolling around.
So we came out of the droid depot and we're now heading this way. So this is taking you back by the blue and green milk stand and the other set of refreshers. So if you want to speak the language of Batuu, bathrooms are refreshers here. So back here is where Kylo Ren's ship is, where he'll sometimes come out. Definitely much more crowded over here than it was before. But there is blue and green milk, which you can now mobile order. Mobile order there, you can mobile order at Ronto Roasters, and you can mobile order at Docking Bay 7. And then back there is the First Order store. Now it's much more open back here. Alright, so leaving the First Order area, and this is the line for the cantina. A lot of people want to go in there today. Sounds like a party in there. And I see the Falcon. Definitely more crowded over here too. It might be harder to get pictures without other people in them.
Alright, we'll go there. And the line is right there.
Oh, that's the Smuggler's Run line. I've never seen it go out the queue. That's gotta be a long line. So that's a pretty long line. The nice thing is FastPass still is not open, so it moves really quickly. So it says it's only 55 minutes. Or the sign says 60, the digital sign says 55. But it's still probably not too long of a line, which is pretty nice. And definitely a pretty good ride. So we definitely would recommend going on it. But speaking of the cantina, so we just walked by it, I was so entertained when I was reading the book about Batuu to hear like who Oga is. Because Oga Gara is the owner of the cantina. And for some reason, like I always pictured her to be like a small little alien, kind of like Maz Kanata from episode 7, but she's not. She's a Blatopian, I believe it's called. So if you Google it, you'll see what she looks like. She's like this big, like buff alien, I guess. She's got tentacles like coming out of her mouth, like.
You should enter like a picture or something.
She speaks Wookiees. Yeah, maybe I'll try to like input a picture if I can figure out how to do that. But she's kind of scary looking from what I could tell. And she sounds like she's intimidating. She kind of like runs the whole outpost. And she's a crime lord. So nothing here happens without Oga's approval. So I pictured this nice, happy little alien that's like running this cool little cantina, but instead
she's scary.
She's a crime lord. And she's running the outpost. So that was a surprise, but good for her. She's doing pretty well, sounds like. She's got her little like army of minions that go do stuff for her, so that's cool. But yeah, we're just trying to like kill some time. We got a little under an hour until Savi's Workshop, so maybe we'll go walk into Doc Ondar's and look around in there. Okay. Good talk. But yeah, this is just a very cool looking store. There's just stuff everywhere to see in here. But it's pretty small and it's packed. It's a little hard to walk around in here. This is where you can get the holocrons back on that wall and all of the kyber crystals. So if you want to change the color of your lightsaber after you buy it, or change the color of your kyber crystal, or of your holocron, they sell them in the little tubes right there. So there's blue, green, and purple, and they also have white, red, and yellow. I got all kinds of stuff in here. It's just very hard to walk around. I like whatever this is. Water keeps like going up and down. And there's like this creature in here. But then you can see what it looks like underneath. Pretty ugly looking under there. They have all kinds of Sith and Jedi merch in here. Oh, it's really cool when it's lit up. Sith chalice, buff. All kinds of stuff. We are here waiting at Savi's Workshop. And we got about 15 minutes to go. so we're gonna check it in a minute. But they give you a piece of paper, and it tells you the 4 different types of lightsaber you can build. I forget what they are. There's like peace and justice, power and control, defense,
And protection.
Sure, I don't know, there's 4 types. So you get to pick your type, and then you get to pick out of the different pieces that are for that set. So once I check in, I'll get my piece of paper and I'll see what I want to do. But I'm excited. So 10 minutes to go. It is almost lightsaber time.
Yay!
I've been waiting for this. I'm excited. And I'll have a droid and lightsaber, and it's going to be time for some cool pictures.
Oh yeah.
I'm not kidding. And right there is Michael, Alan, Courtney, and Shane. They call me Kenbei. We've been waiting for you. Now you're here. So who are we? We call ourselves the Gatherers. We search the galaxy for ancient relics. We search forgotten places, abandoned outposts, battle-ravaged planets. What we find, we bring here to the workshop. Now to some of you, it may look like a lot of old junk, but I want to clarify some of this is new junk. So where a stormtrooper sees worthless clutter, those who know see priceless history. And in our troubled times, preserving our past may ensure a future. You've heard the legend of Luke Skywalker, yes? Well, we hear there is another, a new Jedi. Does anyone know her name? Anyone? Rey. Where Rey is leading us is a spark of hope we've been waiting for. Which is why you are here, to look forward. To build this. A lightsaber. The lightsaber has been wielded by some of our greatest heroes, darkest enemies. It's elegant, enigmatic. Building a lightsaber is an art. The saber is a reflection of its builder, with the force flowing between them. Today you will feel that connection. We begin with the most important element of any lightsaber, the kyber crystal, able to focus the energy of the force, to magnify it. Some call the crystal the heart of the lightsaber. The color of the crystal determines the color of the blade. Now, you may know these from some of the greatest Jedi heroes in history. Ooh. Wielded by the great master Obi-Wan Kenobi, its apprentice Anakin Skywalker, and Rey. Green. Qui-Gon Jinn, Ahsoka Tano, Master Yoda himself, and Luke Skywalker. The violet crystal. Rare. Beautiful. Like the one wielded by Mace Windu. Red. It's been called the color of power. The crystal of Darth Maul, Asajj Ventress, Darth Vader, and now Kylo Ren. But these are stories of the past. We are here for you. The future. Your hands from being disintegrated. Inside these boxes, you'll find the lightsaber components that you've chosen. We have chassis, grip, emitter, pommel cap, and activation points. Building a lightsaber is a journey, and just as you chose your crystal, you also select each part of your own unique lightsaber. The gatherers are here to guide you through this process for any assistance that you might need. All right, everybody. Let's build. Sand and come.
And downward to deactivate.
There it is. There it is. Feel good?
It does.
These are the most primal relics that come into the shop, the most ancient. Yeah. Yeah. It's beautiful. Always inspired when I see this. Right? Well, which lightsaber? The gatherers are placing your hilts into the crystal stabilization chambers. The ease with which they do this belies just how tricky it can be. The crystals do not like to be tamed, they are unwieldy, and require great precision. What is happening?
Much skill have you shown. Chosen for yourself, you have. Now, joined, you will be. It is time.
Master Yoda, it is time to take our first step. The bond between Builder and Saber is about to be forged. In a moment, I will ask you to step forward, place your hand on the completed hilt, and then together we will activate. Are you ready? Yes. Then step forward. Place your hand on the hilt, and all together, activate. Builders, raise your lightsabers. You have built a lightsaber, like the Jedi and Sith that came before you. And like them, you too can change the galaxy. Remember, it only takes a spark. Please deactivate.
Aha! Complete your lightsaber is. Now, your destiny you seek, your own path. May the Force be with you.
So, here it is.
So this is a peace and justice lightsaber. So they quickly kind of ran through what all the different types were, and this is based on like the old Jedi temple. So this is the most ancient of them. Savi was, or not Savi. I don't know who that guy was.
Who?
The guy who was like leading it. It wasn't Savi himself.
His name was like Kensi.
Yeah,
Kensi.
so the builder, he was talking all about how like ancient it was and everything, which was cool. But that was so much fun.
That was a really cool experience.
Hearing Yoda was awesome.
Yeah.
Seeing them all light up at once.
That was probably the coolest thing I've ever seen in my life.
I am still like so excited that I got the droid on like the first time we were here.
Yeah.
Like that was what I was excited about. But this is definitely like an experience.
Yeah, no.
Like, I know people think they're expensive, but
Yeah, I was
like,
gonna say, do you think it's worth the price?
I think so. I mean, they're heavy, it's metal. It's like you're paying for much higher quality. The blade looks amazing. Like we'll show it in the dark later.
Yeah.
But like, in the dark, like I've seen other people with them in the dark and they look legit.
Incredible.
They look so cool.
It looked so cool in the room, like you'll see in the clip.
You wave them around, like it's
Yeah.
awesome. So I think it was worth it, especially just to like be able to have that experience of building it too. So
Yeah.
I approve, and I'm really excited to see it.
Yeah, we're gonna take some good pictures.
Yes, and I did have a kyber crystal already last time we were here. So when we put the crystal in it, you can buy extras from Doc Ondar
Yeah.
right outside of. And they sell all different colors, so if you want to swap out the color, you can do that. So I have a purple in my bag, so we'll see what purple looks like as well.
Can't wait for that.
We now got some Ronto Wraps, and we got Tatooine Sunsets. So it is a, like, what is it, lemonade iced tea, I think, with like blueberry?
Yeah, blueberry.
I already tried it, it's pretty good. I was a fan.
It's good.
It's really good. And I have had a Ronto Wrap before. I love it.
What is
So-
that, like meat too?
Yeah, so it's a sausage, although to me it kind of tasted more like a hot dog. And then it's got like a piece of pork, and then some slaw, and peppercorn sauce on a pita wrap. So good. What do you think? So good. I really like Docking Bay 7 too, but if you've already had it, or if you're just not feeling the menu, I like the Ronto Wrap more than Docking Bay 7.
It's really good.
Yeah, it's so good.
I like clap right now.
It gets a round of applause. I also really want to try the morning one, but I have not been here before 10 a.m. to get it yet, but maybe someday. But now, time to enjoy some Ronto.
Okay, so it's nighttime now.
We killed a lot of time. We were waiting.
Yeah, we wanted to
see the lightsaber in the dark.
Yeah. And it looks great.
We just took a bunch of pictures.
We like spent, how long have we been standing here? Like 30 minutes?
Probably.
Maybe more? Yeah.
So you buy the kyber crystals, which go inside the middle, which we saw during the build, and you can swap them out to change the color of the blade. And it took me a little while to figure out taking it apart and putting it back together, because you have to take all the pieces of the hilt off.
Yeah.
And we swapped it out with purple, which was really
pretty.
Cool to
yeah.
see it change colors.
When I make mine, I want mine purple.
It's just a lot of work to swap it, but they look awesome in the dark. So.
Woo! Oh my gosh.
This right here.
You look
like
so cool.
Worth it to like.
Yeah, and it makes sounds.
They do. And each color.
I don't know if you can hear it. Oh, there it goes. Yeah.
And every color makes a different noise. Like when we put the purple in and turned it on, it sounded different, which is pretty cool.
That's really cool.
So another perk to like buying extra crystals, I guess, is it makes different sound effects, and it makes noise when you wave it around.
Yeah. Ray just walked by and she said for us to be careful with the lightsaber because they're very powerful.
I was, like, waving it around. But there's like, it feels like a real lightsaber.
It's very heavy.
So cool.
It looks awesome. Like
compared to like the collapsible ones, it's like all they've sold before until now. Like this looks like a lightsaber.
That's incredible.
So it was worth it waiting until dark for this.
Yeah. Like I am obsessed. Oh, he wants one now.
We don't let him have it. That's all I'm asking. As a pet, if you please take them all. There's a huge mess on the Falcon. Try to get rid of them. But not his way. Your way. Not his way. It doesn't really work. And I like your shirt how it flows.
Yeah.
This.
Yeah, they go together.
They do go together. That's very interesting. I'm not playing at all.
Look!
Look fine. What are you talking about? Oh, now you
there you go.
See? Oh,
good.
and her imaging device has a little bit of hair too. Does it shed as much as Chewbacca does?
Yeah, this is a little smaller.
Just a little bit, yeah. But I mean, so there it is. I got one. See? See? I got one every time.
Oh, it's a long hair. Oh,
and now it's yours.
Thank you.
And then you can make your own Wookiee. Right? Step number 1.
Bye. Alright.
We came over to the Falcon to get some cool pictures in the dark. And it's so comfortable out.
I know.
And
it's beautiful.
It's really not that crowded either. And the spires look amazing. Like everything about Batuu looks better at night.
Is it showing? Yeah. Okay.
Falcon looks cool. Like it's
everything
just
looks beautiful.
And if you're trying to come to Ride Smuggler's Run, it's been about 60 minutes all day. They actually, like, I think we showed earlier where the line was like outside a little bit.
Yeah, it's 45 minutes now.
But it's much shorter now, and it like hasn't really
But like
moving.
once you like get through this and you get inside and it like wraps around a little bit more, then you get right into the pre-show.
Right, and we did film the queue in the last video, but it got deleted somehow right before I uploaded. So it didn't show the queue in the video at all.
Oh,
so
that's rude.
Hopefully, if you were looking for it, you found it in a different video. Ours didn't have it. But I mean, it's not that long of a queue. Like,
no, it's really short.
It goes by pretty quick, so.
But everything looks beautiful at night, and it's, the crowds are like so much better.
It was really crowded earlier, I felt like.
Yeah, it was hard to get through the market. It was hard to like just like navigate through the whole area, but right now
we just walked the market to get over here, and it was
there's nobody in there.
It was really nice.
Yeah, and the weather is nice. It's
we had like characters walking everywhere.
Oh yeah, Chewbacca. We became friends with Chewbacca.
But the stormtroopers are patrolling. We saw Rey like multiple times.
Oh my god.
We just saw Rey as well.
Yeah, she's out here.
So.
And stormtroopers, yeah.
Lots of characters.
I haven't seen Kylo yet.
Oh no, we saw Rey, but we also saw V Maradi again.
Oh V, yeah.
She was up on the balcony by Docking Bay 7.
Yeah.
So characters everywhere.
You can hold it. I'm like struggling over here.
But definitely like there's a really nice breeze too.
It's been really windy this whole week, but like it feels so nice. Like it's like actually like chilly. And it's really weird because it's September and it's...
Ooh, I want to see if I can get this before it turns off. Ship. up on top of docking bay 7 is all lit up, making noise. Almost like it's taking off.
I am very satisfied that we've literally spent our whole day here.
We haven't really walked out at all. We walked out
like
a little bit just to kill some time, and we walked down to like the front of the park and back. There's a lot to see.
And if anyone says otherwise,
there's been a lot of negativity about Galaxy's Edge saying that it failed. I don't see it as a failure at all.
if you're a ride person, then yeah, there's one ride.
There's one, but there's another coming, and the one that exists is not a bad ride.
And everything else in the land is just
I mean, if you like Star Tours, I feel like it's an improvement over Star Tours. A lot of people like Star Tours more. I like this more. It's just kind of a personal preference. I like kind of being in a smaller group and having control over the ride.
Yeah.
But, I mean, this is the equivalent of Nami River. I mean, like, the big ride for the land is not here yet, so I don't think people that like rides, like, don't judge it yet, because the big ride is still on its way.
Yeah.
But overall, like, come to Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, I also... The photo pass people are awesome.
They take so much time with you.
They really go out, they do like a full-on photo shoot.
I took my lightsaber out and she did like 18 different poses with us in like different spots with different backdrops. It was awesome. So they really take their time. And you still haven't seen the cantina, so you haven't done that yet either.
No.
So there's still more to see here. Yeah, we did everything else now. But I think this land's amazing.
I love it. I don't feel like I'm in Florida.
No, you really don't. I mean, it's just like when you're in Pandora and you kind of forget like Animal Kingdom is around you.
I am like sad when I have to like leave this area to go out into Hollywood Studios, like the rest of Hollywood Studios, because it's like not the same. Hollywood
Studios was never my favorite, but they did a good job with this part of the park. And it's gonna get me to come to Hollywood Studios a lot more than I used to.
Yeah.
Pandora and Galaxy's Edge, I just love these immersive lands, and they're doing a good job with them. I'm impressed. I hope we have more coming. Well, I mean, Epcot's kind of a whole new land because it's a whole new park essentially that they're building. So I'm excited to see Epcot. I guess it's kind of like the next major change, but this was a good, this is a good land, and there's a lot to do, and I'm really excited for Rise of the Resistance, which I know we said last time, but we're getting closer, and I'm excited for it.
I'm very excited.
Alright. We decided to not ride Smuggler's Run. It's been a long day. We've been here for a long time. I'm walking into you.
I'm walking into you.
So I think we're heading out.
Yeah.
But we got a lot done today. Got to see a lot of Galaxy's Edge, which was awesome.
And I'm excited because I'm like blacked out again at the end of this month.
Oh yeah, so we may not be back here for a little bit.
You can come back.
No, we have a lot more to eat at Food and Wine. And we have the Halloween party and all that fun stuff. But I think that's gonna wrap it up for today. I am hoping to maybe get one more video filmed that I'll be able to post before we have to go on another short break before the Halloween party. But it's shorter than last time, which is good because I was like very anxious, like really wanting to film new vlogs, like because I was watching other people's vlogs. Because I was bored out of my mind of school, and I just wanted to be in Florida filming. So I'm happy it's a shorter break, and I really want to go to the Halloween party. I've seen a lot of videos of that, and it looks awesome.
Yes, I'm very excited.
So hopefully we'll get one more video up. If not, we'll be back in a few weeks. But I think that wraps it up for today. So if you like this video, please give us a thumbs up, comment. What's your favorite part of Galaxy's Edge? What you're excited for if you haven't been here yet? And subscribe to our channel, all that fun stuff. And we will be posting again soon.